It's brought to you by allaboutmqm.org, the MQM's knowledge base.
बहुत ब्रीफली देखें, फॉरेन पॉलिसी की बात हो रही ना, लफ्ज फॉरेन मीन्स आउटसाइडर्स, तो उनसे किस तरह से रिलेशनशिप रखना है, ठीक है। तो अब अगर आपकी पॉलिसी अगर इंडिया सेंट्रिक होगी और मुख्तलिफ जैसे तो फिर आप फॉरेन पॉलिसी तो फिर एनिमोसिटी एक्रिमोनी के बेसिस पर है ना, जो बेसिस ये नहीं होना चाहिए। बेसिस ये होना चाहिए कि गुड रिलेशनशिप विद द नेबर।
तो फिर इंडिया सेंट्रिक ना हो तो
नंबर दो
जी, मतलब है कि
नंबर देखें ना, अब अफगान सेंट्रिक भी हो गया तो बात
थ्रेट्स ऑन द बॉर्डर।
यस, ऑफ कोर्स दे आर थ्रेट्स ऑन द बॉर्डर, यू सी, because
हिंदुस्तान
नहीं बिल्कुल it is a threat, but then over a period of, you see, मैं फॉरेन पॉलिसी की बात कर रहा हूँ कि it is a threat, you see, but that needs to be negotiated rather than resort to basically
how do you negotiate
war, right? But let me answer the other part. US had left once also without any exit strategy. You see, what we have to be very, very careful now, that if US leaves now, what would be the impact on Pakistan?
That's a big question.
Sorry,
Pakistan,
I think the impact will be much better. Impact would be much better because जिन लोगों को हम extremist forces term करते हैं ना, उनके सबसे बड़ा गिला ये है कि अमेरिका हर चीज में क्यों आता है.
Not only that, they have ambition to conquer Pakistan and establish it as a caliphate. Okay? Now, when you negotiated with Sheikh Mohammed, let me finish, negotiated with Sheikh Mohammed, 300 Maliks were killed. When you negotiated with Sufi Muhammad, look what happened in Swat, the Khuni Chowk was established and there were people hung every day and butchered every day.
Sabko maar de?
No, the question is that you don't deal with such people. They need to be defeated. Our army is doing it.
Define defeat.
Our army is doing it.
In this context,
हमारी आर्मी करे ना,
हमारी
आर्मी करे ना.
It is now हमारी army. It is now whosoever war it may have been, but now it has become our war.
हमारे मुल्क में और लीडरशिप क्यों नहीं है? इसलिए नहीं है बिकॉज पहले हमारे मुल्क में भुट्टो आता है, भुट्टो की बेटी आती है, फिर भुट्टो का बेटा आएगा, नवाज लीग वाले आते हैं, नवाज लीग बरादरान आते हैं और यहाँ पे आके बैठते हैं. उनको कौन अकाउंटेबल करेगा? कोई भी नहीं कर सकता.
तो वैसे अगर जॉर्ज डब्ल्यू बुश सीनियर का बेटा जॉर्ज डब्ल्यू बुश जूनियर आया तो उस पर तो अमरीकी तो एतराज नहीं करते.
इट्स डायनास्टिक पॉलिटिक्स व्हिच इज द प्रॉब्लम. और यही डायनास्टिक पॉलिटिक्स,
वो प्रेसिडेंट था, वो हिलरी क्लिंटन को तो वो बैरक ओबामा अगर ना पड़ जाता वो तो वो भी प्रेसिडेंट बन गई थी.
वो डायनास्टिक है कि
तलत हुसैन साहब,
मुझे बात, आप एक 19 साल के बच्चे को चेयरमैन बना देते हैं पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का.
She is talking about mindset. I give you an example. I was talking to a member of parliament here in Britain. He's a feudal lord. He's a landed aristocrat. He said, look, Anwar, my father was a feudal lord, I am a feudal, and my son would be feudal. What's wrong with that? I said, nothing wrong with that. It is the mindset that we are talking about. Your people working on your land have equal right as your son has. The difference is that maybe he is going to Eton, but your peasant son is going to a state school which has the same more or less curriculum, and he has right to access to the medical facilities, and the feudals, the tenants, those who are working on the land of Pakistani feudals and the tribal lords, have no right to life, to even live, let alone the education. And that is why Pakistan is lagging behind, because these feudal lords are averse to education.
And they operate above the law.
Yes, and they have given the right to education their children, and this familial rule that she's talking about would continue unless the system is changed. And the middle class, you have to empower yourself, and you can do it, and you will have to do it if you really want to save Pakistan. I would like to answer that, look, we need to be really realistic about the whole thing. At this point of time, we are under immense pressure. They are not saying do more, but they are saying something different. That if you do not knock out Haqqani outfit, we will do it. And how could we possibly stop if they decide to do it and they come in and the most contentious thing that they are suggesting, which would be totally unacceptable to all Pakistanis, is that if the coalition forces come, let's not be emotional. We have to act with greater responsibility.
इस 80% सप्लाई की हमारे टेरिटरी से जाती
जी
बंद कर दें,
बंद
क्या कर लेंगे? They can't, the tanks won't move, the soldiers will not function. You just stop the supplies. क्या करेंगे?
अच्छा, okay.
What will they do?
On emotional,
on
emotional basis.
Supply line बंद कर दें.
Now, okay. And if everyone at this point of time, this sometime being in coalition is not very healthy, you see. Politically, yes. Now, you have friends of Pakistan. There is, within the system, there is element of trust deficit. Our funds come. Are we financially strong enough to sustain on ourselves? Hold on. Become strong financially. First, become strong for heaven's sake and do away with emotionalism. Educate yourself. Become as strong as America and then challenge. Otherwise, the weaker people do not win wars.